guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at some celebrities who got exposed for being rude.
Tell me about a time when a celebrity was rude to you. So I saw Ellen DeGeneres at an In-N-Out outside of LA. And my mom's a huge fan, so I wanted to get an autograph for her.
Okay, so I've heard a lot of stories about Ellen, especially recently. Like, apparently she isn't a nice person. Something that I've always realized is that the ones that act the nicest and like the really family friendly, like I'm a good person type people, are always the worst.
But all I had for her to sign was an empty In-N-Out bag. And this is what she said to me. "Get away from me. You're invading my personal space. This is not a charity." And then she slammed the car door.
Oh my god, did she really say that? I don't know if these are fake, so keep in mind that some of them might be fake. But like, I don't know, like there has been a lot of rumors about her being not a nice person. Some of these celebrities literally get so high they think they're like untouchable. It's quite scary, isn't it?
I have been waiting for this one. Now, this didn't happen directly at me, but I was involved in it. I was an extra in the movie Rock of Ages with Tom Cruise and Russell Brand.
Okay, I already know what's gonna happen. Basically, the actor, probably Tom Cruise, has been really rude to them. Apparently, famous actors have been known to come on the set and demand stuff and be like, yeah, this is my movie, so shut up, get away from me. It's like they're literally in the movie as well, so if it wasn't for them, the movie wouldn't be as good as what it was. Like, you can have a main character, but you need backup people.
We weren't allowed to take pictures on set. There was one time Russell came out. This was the closest I got to him. I wasn't allowed to like actually meet him, and we weren't allowed to meet Tom Cruise or Mary J. Blige or anybody else.
I mean, I can kind of understand that. Like, think of it, they are on a movie, they're there literally to work, so like they shouldn't really be like speaking to people. So that part I can understand, but I've got a feeling more is gonna come.
This is what I looked like when I was an extra in the film. This one day we're sitting on set, and we've been on set since 3 a.m. It is now currently 9 a.m. We've been waiting for Tom Cruise to show up. So Tom Cruise finally shows up on set, and he gets on stage and he looks at everybody and he says, "Sorry, I'm late, but really, this is my movie and this is my time."
Yeah, he said basically everything that I thought he was gonna say. I've heard a lot of celebrities doing that. Like, they literally act like it's their movie. Like, yeah, it might be your movie and you might be like a main character, but keep in mind, you're only acting. Like, people have to put the movie together, including these background actors. That's literally what they're there for. I don't understand why people would act like that. Maybe he was having a bad day, or maybe he was just like, I don't know, maybe he's just having like a really bad day. But that still doesn't mean you can treat people like that.
So I'm not sorry.
I mean, either way, she exposed him. Honestly, I don't understand why somebody would act like that. If you ever see me acting like that, please humble me. Like, please tell me to wise up. Then people just scare me. Like, I don't know why. There's just something about it so freaky. Imagine acting like that.
Sandra Bullock. I know, America's sweetheart. But I used to work at a Starbucks in like a high fancy mall. She came in, this was when she was still married to Jesse James.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I had to look up on Google who Sandra Bullock was. I can't even say her name. I'm the worst whenever it comes to celebrities. Like, I only know a certain amount of celebrities. I don't know anyone else. I don't know who any of these big Hollywood actors are.
Took their order, took the name on the cup. That's our thing. Even if we know who they are, we ask for a name on the cup. Nicolas Cage, cool as shit. He goes by Nick, by the way. I asked for the name, and he says, "Jesse." "All right, Jesse, it'll be this much, and it'll be up in a few minutes." He says, "Thank you," and puts a $10 tip in my jar. $10, that's awesome. Even for a celebrity, I don't care. It's still an awesome tip.
Whenever I went to America for the first time, I didn't realize that you were meant to tip people. Obviously, I did tip in the end. Why is that? Is it because you guys don't get paid a lot of wages? Because there's some restaurants where they'll not pay somebody a wage. The only way that person can make money is through tips, which usually I think you only get like a couple dollars, which isn't a lot. I don't understand it. Like, realistically, it's kind of sad that people literally have to rely off tips.
Sandra Bullock, America's sweetheart, looks at him and says, "Are you kidding me?" and takes the tip out of the jar. Does not replace it with anything, does not do anything else, just removed the tip. That's what she said. I know, shocking. And I've heard that she's this sweet woman, but she's got you all fooled. Then again, I'm pretty sure Jesse James was cheating on her then.
Just like I said, the ones who always act the nicest and the sweetest are usually the most evil and horrible. So if you ever come across somebody, especially in a new friendship group, and they act like the best person ever, like they're purposely being over polite. Side rant, am I the only person who gets irritated whenever people are too nice and like too, you know, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I feel like I can always like pick out a bad apple in like a bunch of apples. I can tell if somebody's being fake, and my best friend Marina is also very good at it. That's why I never really surround myself with people who are like, oh my god, yes, like I'm so nice, blah blah blah. It just makes me cringe because they're usually evil.
I almost got in a fist fight with Tommy Lee Jones. So I'm like 24 years old. I'm at my first film festival. There's events being held at a local theater.
Why is it always at film festivals, or like people who've got to do with like the film business? Actors, like TV presenters, like why is everyone in that industry so rude? Yet again, I don't know who that is, so I don't know anything about him. Let's just continue with the TikTok.
I'm there to see some of the screenings. I look up and in walks Tommy Lee Jones and his wife. And I'm like, that's amazing, but I don't approach celebrities unless I have an organic reason to talk to them. Like, I love your work is not a reason for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit here for a second and defend some celebrities. Celebrities obviously get approached a lot. I've been approached quite a few times and it's kind of scary. I won't lie, like it depends. Sometimes you don't know if somebody's got a good intention or a bad intention. Obviously then people have it way worse than me. Like, oh my god, imagine paparazzi following you 24/7. Absolutely not. So sometimes whenever I hear about them not being the brightest or most talkative when like people come up to them, I can understand it, but then also just like, you know, fake it, like just pretend to be nice at least.
So I don't, but a few minutes later, I see a kid who's like 14, 15 approach him and say, Mr. Jones, I'm a huge fan. I was wondering if I could get an autograph. Tommy Lee Jones turns to him and says, get the fuck away from me.
To a 14-year-old, like a literal child. See, that makes me so sad because that child probably like really looks up to him and he's been completely horrible to him. Who is this man? Because I want to never support him.
The kid starts apologizing. Tommy Lee Jones is like, who the fuck do you think you are? At which point, my big dumbass steps in front of him and says, no, who the fuck do you think you are? We square up, both ball up our fists, and I'm like, when this old man hits me, it's gonna hurt. And right as we're about to swing, security like tackles me and drags me out.
Why did they tackle you and drag you out? They should have dragged him out. To be fair, he is the celebrity, but I mean, don't be rude. Imagine going up to a little like 14-year-old and saying that. Maybe if the 14-year-old was like coming up and irritating him, like not in a good way, like a bad way, then I can understand that, but literally it's a child.
Funny thing is, I ended up seeing him again at a friend's party about a year later. He didn't remember me and he couldn't have been nicer.
Okay, well, at least he was nicer whenever you met him for the second time. Maybe he was just having a really bad day, or maybe he secretly did remember you and he was like, oh my god, this guy could literally beat me up. I'm gonna be completely honest, I'd probably do the same thing. Like, imagine me at a Red event, like trying to fight a celebrity. I'd probably get taken down and like beaten up. I mean, it's worth it.
So about 10 years ago, I was in the city and I went to see Addams Family on Broadway, and Brook Shields was in it, and I was always such a huge fan of hers because growing up I always heard a lot that I looked like her, and I always took it as such a huge compliment, right? So we're hanging around after the show and I couldn't wait to meet her. And she comes out and she was a little cold to everyone, but when she got to me, I was giddy and I said, can I take a picture with you? I always got told that I look like you, and she was like, no, I'm not taking a picture with you. You can take a picture of me.
Oh my god, what? Oh my god, that's so bad. Like the ego. Imagine if somebody came up to me and was like, can I have a photo of you? Gunnar was like, no, you can take a photo of me, but not with me. Why would you say that? Like, apparently she was being cold with people. Let me look up this Miss Brook Shields. Okay, I'm looking her up and I don't know who she is. She's like an older woman, so obviously I'm not gonna know her. But imagine the audacity, that's horrible.
I was like, oh, okay. So I grabbed my phone and I like fumbled with it for a second, and she goes, take it. It's like, oh my gosh. And I did take it. But looking back, I wish I was like, forget it.
Honestly, like imagine she was like, do you want to do something? Actually, no, I'm not gonna take a photo of you, go away. That honestly probably would have humbled her or pissed her off, and she probably would have got you kicked out of like the event. That is so bad. Like, I know a lot of like TikTok people who are rude AF. Honestly, I'm telling you, all these people who act so nice and like lovely, they're really evil.
I won a raffle to attend the taping of a TV show, The Mistresses. It was a show from a while ago, but anyways, so Jason George was my host. Nicest guy ever. Oh my gosh, can't speak highly enough of him. He is great.
Okay, so we've got somebody called Jason Jones or something like that. He seems to be a nice person. I guess we're gonna be told about the rude person.
But you want to hear about the bad one. So Jason George hugs this actress, and I was so excited about meeting, and Jason George and this actress were so chummy, so nice. Oh, I was like, I couldn't wait for my opportunity to meet her. So I put my hand out and I'm like, hi, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is. She looks at me with the most disgusted look and is like, ugh, I'm sick.
She literally said that to her. I'm sick. I've also noticed a lot of times these celebrities are like kind of looking at people like that, like, ugh, get away from me. I'm telling you, if they'd done that, I'd turn around and smack them.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were just hugging Jason George 5 seconds ago, but that's cool. Sorry, Alyssa Milano. You're awful.
Alyssa Milano, let's look her up. Okay, I think this is her right now. Alyssa Milano is an American actress. She's also an activist. Maybe she should get onto the streets and be an activist for being nice to people. Anyways, guys, that was some rude celebrities. Have you ever met a rude celebrity? Let me know if you have. I don't think I personally have. I've heard a lot of stories about them, but I've never actually met one. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you're a subscribe button, and yes, I'll see you all in my next video.